Our topic in this video is how to connect three S7-1500 CPUs with one WinCC HMI for TIA Portal. I don't have the Semantic WinCC and TIA Portal in the same machine. If your question is how to connect the WinCC, Semantic WinCC to a S7-1500 and 1200, you can search this ID in Siemens Industry Online Support, and you can connect as many as S7-1500 CPUs. There are three here, three S7-1200. You can connect that to WinCC. You can find out more about each version of the WinCC 7.2 to 7.5. There is a great document here. You can read it carefully, and how to add the tags to add the channel, the driver, and to create tags. If you do that for one CPU, it's easily possible to do it for 3 or more CPUs. Here I have the TIA Portal, and I can function test the connection of 3 CPUs to one HMI. It's possible for me to function test that here in this machine. The first step is to add the one S7-1500 CPU. I select the CPU from the list, and when it's available, I compile and see what are the troubles with the CPU. We need a protection level. We need to add a protection level here. Again, compile. We need a display protection, and we save the project here. Compile again. It's possible to add some hardware and this type of things. Yeah, on the main rack. But in the program, I will in the OB1, I want to use STL network to load and transfer a value to memory. Let me zoom in. I want to load 100 and transfer that to mword 400. mword 400 is a word that I want to show that on the HMI. And the name of the tag of this memory is data. So the first CPU, D1, is finished. I will copy several others. I will copy 2 more CPUs, D2, D2, and change the program for D2. Same address. I want to send 200 here, and I will copy the PLC to the newer PLC. This is the third PLC, and the name of the PLC is D3. And the program block we transfer in D3, we will transfer 300 to the data. Save the project, compile each station, and eventually we should go to the device configuration and network view. In the network view, we need to view the IP addresses for each CPU. They are similar, and I will change them. This should be changed to this is the first, this is the second, and I change the IP addresses accordingly. The Profibus address, Profibus addresses. This is not important. 2, 3, 3 here, and 3 here. There is no subnet for this port. This is the Profibus address, and we don't want to connect it to the Profibus address. It's possible to connect the this port to any subnet. Let me hide the addresses here. I connect the ports to the same subnet, Profinet subnet. You can change the name of the subnet. I can say Ethernet 1, and save the project. We need to add the HMI. I select from comfort panels this HMI. I select this HMI here, and I finish. I don't want to use the wizard. I will do that the configuration. I will do the configuration manually. First, let me check the IP address of this HMI. I can change that to 1.4.1.4. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4. Now it's possible for me to connect that to the subnet, the Ethernet 1, and our network is finished. We will move to the configuration of the HMI. For configuration, first we need to add some connections here. The connection number 1 will be the Ethernet adapter, that the address is 1.4, the Ethernet adapter to the first CPU, 1.1. Let me check the addresses again. 1.1 is connected to 1.4. This is the first connection. 1.1 is the CPU, and 1.4 is the HMI. Connection number 2. Sorry. I need to select the S7-1500 here, and the same S7-1500 here. Let me check the addresses. The 1.1 here, 1.1 here, and the next CPU is 1.2. And the next CPU will be same S7-1500 and 1.3. So 1.3 connections are created here, and the next part of the project will be adding tags, HMI tags. We need to add 3 tags here. I can say D1 or V1 here. V1, I want to add data from connection 1, and the PLC tag here, we are in D1, the PLC tag is data. The first tag is added here, and I will add the next tag. The next tag, you can change the data type to unsigned integer. That's because of the value we selected in the PLC. Let me check if it's possible to change that. Rename tag, it's a word. That's okay. That's okay. We will add the next data for the second CPU. These are changed to automatic connection 2, and we are in V3, and we will move to the third CPU, PLC tag, and the third CPU. So that's all done with the tags and the and data connection. The next step will be adding the pages, or we will work on a single page. I manually changed the data type of the variables in the user program by rewire functionality in the TIA Portal, this functionality to have integer tags on the graphic page. We will move to the graphic page, and from toolbox we add the input output field, and we need to change something to make it customized to our project. Right click and properties. The format, we are interested in 3-digit values. I add the tag from the HMI tags. From the HMI tags we have V1, and the mode is only output. We are interested to have only outputs. The format pattern should be 3 digits, and the text format, we make it a bit or more, and it's possible for us to make some other copies for the values from other PLCs. The general, this will be V2, and the other one will be V3 for the third CPU. So we save, just to be sure, V1, V2 and V3. So we need to be sure about something else. Check the 01, 02, 03, and okay, now we are ready to download. We are ready to download. I only want to check PLC number 1 and number 2. we are ready to download to the first CPU. Finished. Our first CPU is live. It's also possible to go live to the HMI. So the first CPU is live. Because we can see 100, we can download the second CPU to the second PLC SIEMENS station here with different IP address. Download and so two CPUs are connected. If we had the capability to add the third CPU, it was possible for us. Now I change the program in the first CPU. I want to have 165 here. Download the program to the CPU, and let's see, we have 165. For the second CPU, we may have a newer value. Let me zoom a bit here. 235. Let's save and download. And 235. Okay, in this video you find out how it's possible to connect 3 S7-1500 CPUs to one HMI. It's also possible to perform the same procedure for SIEMENTIC VNCC. And if you want to do that, you need to check the official document. The official document is available on Siemens Industry online support. The link is here, and it's possible for SIEMENTIC VNCC version 7.2 or higher. Thank you for watching, and I hope it's helpful for you. And please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.